What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Mumo Trades. In today's video, we're going to be doing a bar-by-bar chart analysis so you guys can see every rule and every little bit of information about the price action that I'm looking at when it takes to coming into the market and to take a trade. So without further ado, let's just zoom into the charts and examine what I'm talking about. So we're looking at S&P 500 ES E-mini futures. The platform I'm using is called NinjaTrader, and I came to the computer right around here. This is around 6 a.m. Pacific time. So the first thing I noticed was that we had a uptrend followed by a break and a new high, signaling the uptrend is potentially over, followed by strong bearish momentum. So I drew my trend line like so, but I also noticed that we had a break and we kind of reacted at the EMA, we're rejected again, we're kind of approaching the EMA again, and we got rejected once again. So once I see all of this failure to kind of break above the EMA by the bulls, I adjusted my trend line to make it a bit wider, and the first trade I took in the day was actually a second entry short right here, triple top. So we're counting from this new low, we had a leg up. First entry short, another leg up, second entry short. Once the next bar broke below that one, it was a very nice trade, and there were a lot of factors that led me to taking this trade. The second entry short, of course, three bars with the same matching high. Also, the signal bar is great, very bearish off the EMA, and which is why we kept going very, very low. So now we're looking at a potential change in trend because we had a break, we had a strong push to a new low. There might be another little trend line like that, but even then, there's a break and a new low of it. We're reacting to the lows of the day, and I just want to sit on my hands at this point and not force any trades. So we did eventually bounce out, and we can see that we're kind of just in this sort of mini trading range at the bottom of this downtrend. And once we finally bounce out with a lot of bullish momentum, that's when I can finally draw my trend line and really start looking for long opportunities. So any retracement back to the EMA, that's a second entry long, I'm looking to take that long. And we see that we actually got one right here. Now, this isn't the best trade for a couple of reasons. First of all, there's this short-term downtrend that we still need to respect. Second of all, even though this is a very bullish signal bar, the majority of it is below the EMA. Also, with this uptrend, we had a break and a new high. It's not a very convincing new high, but the bias could potentially change from being bullish to bearish, so we want to just wait for any perfect second entry long. This one has too many red flags. And we didn't even break above the signal bar anyway, so we wouldn't have even had that choice. Now, once we had a break in a new low of this mini downtrend, we resumed the uptrend and we started a new little form of bullishness. So we also have to zoom out for a second and think to ourselves, okay, we are reaching these highs, so we could potentially react to them. There's a lot of selling pressure, but we still do need to respect this little mini uptrend, considering that we had a break but no new high. We had a first entry long, followed by a second entry long. This is a pretty aggressive trade just because it's a bit away from the EMA. Like I said, we are reacting at these prices, but you can argue for this trade just because there's no break and a new high of this mini uptrend yet. We tried to break below the EMA. The sellers got trapped. We're still in this bullish uptrend. Let's see if we can even potentially have a trend channel like this. There could be something like this. But yeah, like I said, there are a couple red flags, but it is an aggressive trade, and it'll probably work out. Let's see what happened. And yeah, it worked for a scalp, but now we definitely have a break and a new high of this uptrend. We're at these highs of the day, so we do not want to look for any more longs. And yeah, there's a reason that all this congestion formed. So let's just draw our mini range to show us what's really going on. And the downtrend did kind of just go without us. So what do? We just, once again, draw our trend line and hope to see any second entry short opportunity. Here's the new low. We had one leg up, first entry short, another leg up, second entry short, nice bearish signal bar. It is a little bit away from the EMA, so I would probably skip this trade just because we are reaching like the midline of this range. The bars are kind of stacked. It is a nice trade, but I like to wait for a lower high if it presents itself. And yeah, this trade is one that I think is really, really high probability. We had a first entry long or first entry short, second entry short, followed by a lower high confirming the second entry short, confirming the bears are still in this market. And we had a nice scalp. So now we're seeing a lot of bullish price action. So once again, we just draw our trend line. And once we really bounce out is when we could tell what really happened in this downtrend, because we're potentially looking for a new low because we had a break and no new low yet, which is probably why we weren't able to really continue this short-term uptrend. But let's see if we can get any more opportunities to sell or buy. But there is an interesting spot on the chart right here. So we had this uptrend, break, new high, signaling the uptrend could potentially be over. We also, like I said, we're looking for a new low of this downtrend because we had a break and no new low yet. We react at these prices once, twice. We're reaching their third time, followed by a double top, bear signal bar. This is a trade I probably would have skipped just because there's this short-term uptrend we have to respect. But you can argue for this trade. I like to look for a lower high in these cases, which is we have one right here. But these are getting really close to the midline at this point. There's a lot of congestion right here, so I probably would have skipped that trade as well. And actually, we didn't even break below it. But once we have another lower high right here with this signal bar, that is when we have room to the midline, room to the bottom of the range. We're confirming this selling pressure at the top of this range, and yeah, we could have actually also went short right there because there was a new high here. First entry long, second entry long, failure. That would have been a nice trade. And now we are kind of getting into the afternoon session of the day, so we want to beware of any forced trades just because the price action is not always the best at this time of day. And there is one setup to look at right here. So in uptrends, we want to look for second entry longs, which we have one right here. But the second entry longs not only have to follow the right market context, in this case, we are coming from this high. We had a first entry long, followed by another leg down, second entry long opportunity. So it is in the right market context. It's bouncing off the EMA, but the signal bar is very poor. So if you would have went long right there, you actually would have got trapped because the signal bar is no good. And at this point of the day, we're just kind of seeing where prices will head, but no real great opportunities to buy or sell. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Peace out.